Hello guys, welcome back to a new video. Um welcome back to a new video. Um you guys might have noticed I'm wearing the same shirt from like the last video. It's not because I'm recording all this in one day. It's just that I have like this shirt was clean, so I'll wear it again. And I haven't really left my house since yesterday when I recorded the last video, so I don't have to like change really. But let's just, I'm trying to like justify why I'm wearing a shirt, cause in case you guys like bring that up, whatever. When I get into the topic today, oh, you guys can see here my search result that says vomiting. That was like maybe a week ago or something. Not a week ago. That's too recent. Maybe like 3 weeks ago, I was feeling bad and like throwing up. I had like a stomach virus, and I'm way better now. So let's ignore all that. You know how we are like the Gen Z, whatever. Like we Google everything. Like I don't like to say I don't like to consider myself like part of Gen Z, because there's so many things I disagree with. But I mean, I am technically I am. So I can. It's not like my choice. I like to consider myself Gen Z or not, but I am. So whatever. But yeah, we like a lot of us like we Google like everything. You guys probably do the same thing. Um, but yeah, so let's get into the topic of the video. So I want to talk about the books, some books that I like a lot. I want to start with this one here. Let me put this down for a little bit so I can type. So this book right here. This book right here, guys. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Great book, and you can get it for like $9, $8.49. Pretty good deal. Is like worth every penny. This book right here is so like good. You guys will learn like the basics of how to think rich, how to set goals. It was motivating. It has like some great stories in it. Some people, like a lot of people that that are successful have read this book, and people that don't read books, if they have read any books and they're successful, it's probably this one. This is like the main book that all the people that have money have read, that read. Some people don't read. I'm not saying everyone that has money reads, but most people that have money read. And this is literally one of the books like that are most read by successful people. So if you guys are like interested into that, if you guys have like are interested in maybe starting to get like to start building wealth, or you guys are like want to get started with reading, like self-help and stuff, I recommend this book. It's really good, and it has nothing to sell you. It's not like, because this guy here, I think he's dead. This is pretty old. He's not alive anymore. So he has nothing to sell you. It's just the book, and the information there is pretty good. Another book that I like, but not as much as this one, is this one here, Rich Dad Poor Dad. I think this is a good beginner book. I see a lot of people start with this. I started with this. This is like the first book I ever read when I was like 14 or 13. I don't know. I've been reading for a while, guys. But this is like the first ever book I read when I was like a teenager, whatever. It's pretty good. It gives you more insights into the steps that you need to take in order to be rich, and it gives you like some very specific advice. Like this guy right here, Robert Kiyosaki, he's still alive. He makes YouTube videos. You might like follow him. You might know him from like YouTube or whatever. He's the seller of this book. and he did pretty good for himself. He started in real estate, and then he moved on to like crypto and other stuff. I'm not sure what he's doing right now, but yeah, you can also read his book. It's really good. It gives you some specific advice. He recommends like saving like a part, investing. Um, this is a very common theme throughout like many books. They recommend like saving, like for example 10%, investing 10%, paying yourself first, getting out of the rat race. This is where I mentioned the rat race in another video. This is where it explains. This is where it explains more what the rat race is and how to get out of it, and then it shows you like the different mindsets between the rich and the poor, and how if you want to be rich, you have to have a different mindset from the poor. And here's some examples here, like learn to manage risk. A house is the biggest liability you own. Pay your bills last. Pay your bills last. I'm a rich man, and rich people don't do this. Taxes reward those who produce. Study hard so you can find a good company to buy. So yeah, you guys see there, different mindsets. Investing, setting aside like a part. Getting out of that 9 to 5. Maybe starting your own business. And yeah, it's great. It's a great book especially if you're an entrepreneur. So I recommend maybe you go and read it. It's not for everyone. Some people are not interested in the entrepreneurial life, so maybe this is not the best book for you. But for most of us who are, then I recommend you do read it. And one last book. This book right here, what's it called? Okay. To influence. Thing is how to win friends. Sorry, how to win friends and influence people. Okay, you see right here. Another great classic book. Okay, this one is not about like building wealth per se. It's more about what the book says: win friends and influence people. It's great because any like business that you go into, if you want to be successful in it, you have to have like a net worth. You have to know how to communicate with people, what they want, like how to get things from them, that kind of stuff. It's great. It's a great book. One of the main lessons that I learned from this book, like this is the author of the book. He's also dead, so once again, he doesn't really have anything to sell you. So all the information that he has in his books are just like for help, for your own good and trying to help. Okay. So I'm just saying because I know some guys are like some guys like they write like a ebook or whatever. They take like 30 minutes, write a book, put some bull crap on it to give you like some basic advice, and then they're like, oh, go buy my course if you want to know more. These people have nothing to tell you. They just want to give you like good information, and it's a great book. It's not said by me, it's said. Don't take my advice. Look at like all the millionaires and billionaires and stuff that have read this book. If you guys know who Warren Buffett is, he recommends his book a lot. Warren Buffett. For you guys that don't know, this was, I think he took the course on that when back in the day when that guy was alive. The author of the last book that we so yeah, he is like one of the richest people alive, and he loves his book, how to win friends and influence people. So take that however you want it. I think that's a great sign. That is a good book. But yeah, so if you struggle to like talk to people, and even if you don't struggle, if you want to get better at it, this is great. It helps. Like the main thing I learned, I forgot I was supposed to say what I learned. The main thing I learned from this book was that people don't care about. It sounds like kind of like heartless, whatever, but it's true. Most people, they don't care about what you have to say to them. They care about what they want to, what you can do for them, basically. So if I like start talking about myself, like blah blah blah. Well, it's my YouTube channel, so you know I want to get personal stuff so you guys can know me, get to know me. But I can't ask you like, oh, like how are you and stuff like that, because I can't have like a dialogue with you. It's like a monologue. It's like a monologue. I just say what I think. So unfortunately, I can't ask you like, oh, like how are you, like what are you gonna do? How do you think about this? That's how I would talk to somebody if they were like in front of me. So basically, ask them questions about themselves. Um, give them good compliments that they like. Give compliments that are genuine, that you actually believe on. Not just don't just like say things just to be nice and like to win them over. Just say things because you actually mean it. That's the second step. So say genuine compliments. Talk about them, like ask them about themselves, because people like to talk about themselves. And there's other steps there, but those are like the main takeaways from it. And with those things in mind, the simple things like be genuine, talk to people about themselves, like show them like if you want something from them, like if you're a business and you want something from a specific customer, don't talk about how great you are and how much better you are than other businesses. Talk about what you can do for them. Always focus on the other person when you want something specific from them. So yeah, that is like the three main books that I recommend to you guys. If you haven't read at all, if you hadn't started reading, or you like getting started in like self help and that kind of stuff, I recommend reading those three books. I already read all three of them. Okay, I'm not like saying this out of my ass. Okay, like I read all these books multiple times. This book right here, How to Influence and Influence People. I would show you, but I have to like get up and go get it in my little library that I have. But I have this book. I've read it like 3 times. I'm right now. I'm going over it again with like by an audiobook that I got of the same book, because sometimes you need to like keep hammering these ideas into your head until they become like second thought. You don't even think about it. You just have it there stored. And I also read, like I said, the other 2 books. Oh, it's not gonna show. Yeah, but the other 2 books, Think and Grow Rich. I read that book like 3 times, and Poor Dad and Rich Dad. I read that book like maybe 2 times. I don't know. They're great books that I really believe in, and that's been very like useful for a lot of people, not just me personally. And I recommend you read at least those 3 books. You don't have to. Again, there's people that become really successful without reading anything, but those people usually have mentors, or they have like somebody guiding them, or something. Because if you don't have anybody, like I don't have anybody, then you need to get it like from books or something else. And I don't recommend like videos and stuff too much, because a lot of times on a lot of videos I watch, people are just telling you things all the time, so they don't really care. Like they don't really give you the best advice. Books, no, books, just you read the book and it's like from personal experiences that people have, and like they had like great. I like this guy. He has a great method. He's helped like thousands of people when he was alive, and then he's like came up with these ideas and he put in a book. For example, that's what a lot of these books are. They're based on experience and work, and they generally want to help you instead of just trying to sell you something and make their money for themselves. So yeah, this is my part of like what by making this video, I'm basically applying one of his rules, which is like to help people. I'm just trying to help you guys. I don't win anything from doing this. I don't even make money from this. So by showing you these 30 books, I'm just doing it so you guys can like gain some knowledge and hopefully go after your dreams and get motivation. So yeah, if you think that's if you found this interesting, if you found this like helpful for you, then just let me know in the comments, please, and like, subscribe, obviously, and I'll be making more videos like this in the future. So thank you for watching. If you watched all the way to the end, I really appreciate it. Not a lot of people watch like my videos all the way to the end, so like if you made it, like that's awesome. Like I can't even believe that you did. Like I'm so thankful for you. Let me know if you did. Like I'll literally, like, I don't know, I love you forever. So yeah, with that being said, have a good day. Take care.